How enthusiastic are you going to be, though, when you're starting?
Oh, not hyper enthusiastic.
No.
About as enthusiastic as I was last time.
You're not gonna do an allié kind of like, hey guys, welcome to the podcast.
What's up, gamers? Welcome to the first episode of the Warwick Esports podcast.
Oh god, I feel myself like heaving.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Warwick Esports podcast. My name is Joshua Phosphorescent Mankelow, and I'm joined here today by Samuel AVGAN Miah.
Miah.
Right? It's Miah. Fuck. So
Miah.
you told me last time as well.
Yeah,
My bad.
don't worry about it. It's fine. Everyone calls me Miah. It's Miah, guys.
It's
If
Miah.
you call
Sorry.
me Miah, I'm gonna call you a clown.
Well, Miah's the name of your sister, right?
Yep.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry. So I guess we should introduce ourselves, right? So like I said,
more than we already have.
Yeah, more than we already have, I guess. So like I said, my name's Josh. I go by Phosphorescent as well. That's my IGN. I'm currently the FPS coordinator for Warwick Esports, and I'm in my first year of maths degree at the uni. Just about to go into my second, but well, depends on whether we go back, I guess, a little bit. But anyway, so like I said, I'm the FPS coordinator, so I'm looking after any shooter pretty much that's not Overwatch or CS. So that's Siege, Valorant, Apex, Escape from Tarkov, all that good stuff. I'll pass you over to Sam, I guess.
Yeah. Also, be sure to call him Phos rather than Phosphorescent, because that's kind of a mouthful.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
Yeah, every in-game call out. Hey, Phosphorescent, there's an enemy over to your right.
Not easy.
So yeah, I'm Samuel AVGAN, Miah.
Yeah, sorry.
Sam or AVGAN I answer to because it's kind of easy to say both. I'm a second year French studies student with my third year kind of in limbo at the moment, given the whole coronavirus.
Yeah, you were meant to be going abroad, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
we'll see how that pans out.
I mean, the British Council have already planned they've already going ahead with it, but whether or not the host country I'm going to will open their borders, that's a question in and of itself.
Where was it you're planning going? Canada, right?
Canada, yeah. So I am an FPS gamer and also sort of a fighter, like a fighting game player as well. I'm not an exec, just FYI. I'm just a bloke that
hangs around FPS a lot.
Yeah. I'm like the pseudo vice coordinator for the FPS coordinator. I'm just there all the time when I'm not
hanging around when he's even when he's not allowed to be, he's still in the channels just lurking a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty active on there. Just like if I'm not on my PC, I'm always on my phone checking Discord. So
as active as you can be under your parents' lockdown restrictions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I started playing Siege. That was the game that got me into the server. But I do play pretty much anything. Doesn't even need to be a shooter. Doesn't even need to be a fighter. I could play basically anything that isn't a card game because my RNG sucks. Not because I hate them. It's just because I've got the worst RNG in the world. RNG just does not smile upon me.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about me for now, at least.
For now, at least. I'm sure you get to know us better the more you listen.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll move on to the podcast structure, right? So the way we're going to structure this is we're going to have it in 3 sections. First section will be me and Sam talking about esports news and events and stuff that are going on in the society, and then we'll move on to an interview with someone. The first probably 7 episodes or so will be exec, I imagine. We'll get through all the exec, and then once we've done that, who knows what will happen, but I'll see what I can do.
We'll probably find people within the society. Just let us know if you want to talk. If you have something you want to say on the podcast, be it your experiences streaming or casting in the pro scene, doing anything to do with esports, let us know, and we'll be
happy to facilitate.
Yeah, you might be on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure. And then after the interview, we'll just talk about whatever we want for however long we want.
Listen,
Basically,
guys, we have a structure. All right, guys, we have a structure.
Yeah, we just wanted some time to talk about
anything that interests us
anything that we want.
at the moment.
So after that, I guess we'll move on to the general esports news, the first section. So I don't know, what should we start with? First, second, or third one?
Oh my god! Let's start with the What's happened in our results so far?
In our results, okay, so we put one team forward for Operation Handwash for Newell, as far as I'm aware, at least. I did ask around. The only one I heard about was our CS team for Operation Handwash. We placed in the top 8, which is pretty strong. So congrats to those guys.
Not bad.
Yeah. But even stronger, perhaps, is our Grey Warwick League of Legends team taking the big win at the NSE League of Legends Spring Finals. We won that.
Big up, guys.
Big ups to those guys. That was a pretty strong. That was exciting to watch as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit of a stomping, I think. I mean, I'm not super into League, so I don't know how bad it was, but maybe we'll have an actual League of Legends person comment on that in a later episode.
Yeah.
So I think that's it for general esports news this time. So we'll quickly move on to events as well.
And there's a certain big event that I know that you're into right now.
Oh yeah, the VALORANT tournament is something to, I guess, swing into and have a watch at. Twitch.tv/UK Valorant. We're putting forward 2 teams for that. We'll see how that goes. I have no idea how well we're going to do because Valorant is a brand new game and we don't have any like past data to draw off of, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It's going to be like it's going to be a even board for everyone, isn't it? Because everyone's going to have data.
It's going to be interesting. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we do well. We might not. I don't know.
Yeah.
From what I gather,
are you going to do that Haven bug with that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I know exactly the one. No.
Yeah. if you're unaware, there was a tournament recently. It was a G2. It was a G2.
It hurts so much.
Where they were using a bug with Cypher's camera to win that map, and it was kind of scuffed.
Kind of scuffed in a tournament worth 10 grand. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not super hot, but oh well. We live. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how the Valorant tournament goes. Hopefully, it goes well.
That's on the 30th, right? The 30th.
It starts on the 30th. Yeah, tonight again.
So you know, it might be. It might have already happened when this podcast comes out. So
yeah, the first games at least.
There'll be a VOD.
Yeah.
Or they might upload it to YouTube. So check.
Yeah, some of the games are getting casted. Like I said, twitch.tv/University Valorant. Mondays and Thursdays at 7 PM, I think. So do go check that out. I'm sure those guys will appreciate it as well. What else?
How about the in-house stuff that we've got?
In-house stuff, yeah. Okay, so this week we have a quiz at 7:30 PM in presumably the main esports Discord. I'm sure you'll get another from Raz. Yeah. But we've got a Meet the Exec quiz in lieu of a Meet the Exec meal. Because COVID, obviously.
Yeah, we can't really meet each other IRL.
That's Saturday the 2nd of May. Probably tomorrow by the time this podcast airs. Maybe today if I'm particularly slow at editing.
Yeah. You'll be there.
I'll be there, yeah.
I might be there.
Yep. Maybe. It depends on...
You know, depends on whether I'm hungry or not.
Depends on Ramadan, doesn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Depends on whether I'm dying from starvation.
Yeah. So now onto the more regular bits that I've got written down at least. We have Tabletop Tuesdays ++++ in Warwick FPS. Yeah. It was originally Tabletop Tuesdays, but then it interfered with something that Warwick Rocket League are doing, so I made it Tabletop Thursdays. But Tabletop Tuesdays +++++, yeah. That happens sometime in the middle of the day.
We do have something on Tuesdays as well, though.
Oh yeah, Jackbox Tuesdays, right? Jackbox Tuesdays. Again, sometime in the middle of the day. Just join Warwick FPS and react in the get rolls channel with the dice. That's for tabletop. And Jackbox. We use the same app for that, which I probably shouldn't do, to be fair. Should probably make a new one, but oh well.
Yeah.
And I think last on the list is weekly 10-mans in the CSGO Discord as well. 8 PM on Saturdays. Just rock up, and it'll either be matchmaking or in-house 10-mans or whatever
Mess
happens.
around.
But yeah.
Don't grab a P90 though.
No. Sorry, Phil.
Sorry, Smith.
The
Sorry,
the
like
Ooga Booga.
the half of the Warwick Esports team.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's everything for the first segment. So yeah, we'll be back in just a second with our first ever guest.
All right, let's move on to the guest interview section of the podcast. Here with us today is El Presidente.
El Presidente.
El Presidente, the big cheese of the Warwick Esports Society. Daniel bepis boi Zeng. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Circumstances providing. How about you?
I'm okay. You know, again, same circumstances providing. So my brain's slowly turning off, even though it's the middle of the day. Fasting does that to you.
Yeah, I can imagine. I don't know how you manage it, man.
I can't even have water. That's like the biggest.
Damn, that is rough, dude.
Anyway, Dan, would you like to give yourself an introduction to the audience who might not know who you are?
I'm Dan, the president of Warwick Esports, if I haven't been introduced already. I'm a computer scientist, going to my third year next year. I enjoy gaming.
It's a good start.
Yeah, it's always a solid start as a president. Is there much else? I enjoy listening to Rich Brian.
To who?
Rich Brian. Have you heard of him before?
Nope.
He used to be called Rich Chigger, but that name was obviously fairly offensive.
Yeah.
Have you really not heard of him?
No.
He did like a meme song a few years ago called "Dat Stick," which made him like really famous. Have you heard? Okay, no. You must have heard of like Joji, Pink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they're on the same label.
Okay.
But like, it's just like an Asian American label, right?
I'll be honest though, the only reason I've heard of Joji is because I was a bit of a filthy Frank gremlin.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I listen to that kind of music, Joji. Just really basic stuff.
No drum and bass.
I mean, I do enjoy drum and bass, but I just don't have anyone I listen to. You could plug me with some stuff.
Mate, I'll hit you. There's some good stuff out there. Drum and bass is where it's at, bro. Sam, what about you? What music do you listen to?
Oh, I'm terrible. Don't even have to.
No, this is an opinion bit. There is no wrong answer.
I mean, except my answer is the wrong answer. I've got
before screamo or something.
No, it's I'm just a big fan of oddly enough OSTs.
Fair enough.
I guess
I can get behind that. Which OST in particular?
Oh God,
Doom 2016.
Mick Gordon, man, he's a I want to say genius, but then again, this is the guy who brings a chainsaw and a lawnmower to his music repertoire. So,
does he actually sample chainsaws and lawnmowers?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen people saying that he brings
oh, that's insane! I love it.
But yeah, I do like the Doom OST. I do like the Last of Us one, which is pretty much almost entirely acoustic guitar. Hans Zimmer did the Modern Warfare 2 one, which I think is pretty cool.
Oh, he did? Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
Does that mean you're into movie soundtracks as well?
Yeah, kinda, but I'm more into the video game one just because they're a bit more flexible.
Fair.
I've been addicted recently to a little bit more of the weeb side of the OST world. So
I also guessed that one as well.
So Fire Emblem's one and Yakuza's one.
Okay.
Which are not overtly weebish, but kind of.
Have you played those games? I've heard Yakuza's good, but I never got my hands on it.
I've played I think I've played like 7 of the titles.
And isn't there a new Fire Emblem out that like came out recently?
Yeah, that's the one in particular that I've got because I don't own a 3DS, unfortunately.
Alright. I know someone who
did kinda
just
play it.
spams it, and like she keeps putting out stuff online about it. Something about Dimitri? I don't know.
Oh, that's trash. That's trash.
I'll tell her that.
Like, yeah, like people who like Dimitri are the same people who were into Twilight,
Oh,
One Direction. It's just so
Ah.
basic.
So
Everyone knows that.
one-dimensional, right, guys?
Yeah, so One Direction.
ah.
I mean, he's like Dimitri's whole thing is he's a professional sad boy. And if
I'll
you're
take your
into
word
that,
for it.
then, yeah.
I honestly have no idea what's going on in this bit.
I have like yeah, I have like 130 hours in that game, but I also have like 160 hours to Yakuza 0, which was insane.
Okay.
Wow, it's really depressing that I have more hours in Kovacs than you actually have in a real game.
Oh.
Yeah. God. But yeah, it's mostly that. I do listen to whatever's on the radio because I'm lazy.
Oh.
I mean, that's kind of fair. I was like that for a
yeah.
while.
But fair enough, actually.
And
Yeah.
also, basically, any song that has been a meme is probably my playlist somewhere. So yeah, I told you, my taste in music is the wrong taste in music.
I
mean, same with me, to be honest. I shamefully hid another part of like my music taste.
Oh wait, I completely forgot. The Tekken 7 OST is amazing as well.
Oh, okay.
Do tell.
K-pop.
I mean, fair enough.
Hey, Dad, I've got a question. Is K-pop K-pop?
K-pop is K-pop. Nah, I used to listen to it like a lot back in like 2016 to like 2018, but I'm weaning myself off it now.
I've heard it's very addictive.
I don't know. The fandoms for me now are getting too much. Like back when I started listening to it, it was alright.
Pretty
like,
mild,
it was kind of
right?
niche, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of mild. I mean, even back then it was kind of there was some people who were kind of yikes, but now it's like it's
mainstream
everywhere.
yikes.
I'm not a hipster guy.
Ew,
but, like,
no,
it's just like it's all the One Direction like kind of people that have come over, and it's.
Oh, is it because of BTS?
Yeah. I mean, BTS was like my main group that I listened to, but I don't know. I don't like their recent stuff, anyways, that much.
Fair. So it seems seeing as we're all going for stuff that's from Asia, I've found myself particularly fond of Japanese happy hardcore recently.
Happy hardcore.
Happy hardcore.
That is an interesting name.
Okay.
But what makes it happy?
Okay, elaborate on it.
I don't know.
Please.
It's easiest if you listen to it.
Okay.
They unfortunately all have they tend to have very questionable album art. Which is
that's all Japanese stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean
that is just Japanese stuff. I would know.
But I don't know. I just really like it.
Wait, whoa.
Do you want a source?
You want sauce?
Yeah.
I may as well just admit as well. I do listen to a bit of J music.
I don't know why. I've enjoyed it so. I think it's because it's just like really synthy, and it's kind of almost drum and bass. It's like not too far away, but like I'm really not into like hardcore because that stuff is like literally just like a fat kick drum, and then that's kind of it. Usually I like there to be a bit more going on, but
yeah, I will admit I am kind of into J-rock.
Ooh,
J-rock.
Okay. My girlfriend's into stuff called Utaite, if you guys have heard. I doubt it. It's a very small fandom.
Nope.
But if for anyone listening, if you are like really into Utaite, hit me up. I'll send her.
You'll pass them on.
Yeah, because I don't think there's that many people in the UK that really listen to Utaite. So I think like Rachel would be pretty happy to find someone else that shares the same interest. nearby.
Yeah, happy hardcore is pretty hard to get your hands on as well, because it's
Really?
like it's a like kind of a really dead genre. In this is why I said like Japanese happy hardcore, because it's kind of a really dead genre in the West.
Right.
Like it still really exists in like Japan, but
Yeah, I think that's the same for you, Taite. Like, I think I remember Rachel saying like it was only like 1,000 people internationally that really participated in stuff.
yeah.
But it all happened in Japan pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, like the happy hardcore, like you can't even get. You have to, like, you can't listen to it on Spotify. You actually have to like buy it off Bandcamp and then.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
Josh, do you know S3RL?
Yes, that's that's a notable exemption.
Yeah,
to
that's
the.
I used to listen to him a lot back in the day.
Yeah, yeah, I know Stroll. His tunes are, or those tunes are something else with almost always with a promiscuous theme.
Yeah, they're very anime. Let's just say that.
Yeah. I recommend a listen just for the meme value. I suppose
the only reason I remember it is because I saw someone playing one of his songs that has a very distinct title to it.
Yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about.
That begins with H. That begins with H.
Yeah.
And hentai.
Yeah. Come to think about it, I think the reason I'm like into happy hardcore, like Japanese happy hardcore, is like nostalgia reasons from OS, because there's a lot of like,
Dude,
obviously
there's
I don't know. There's a lot of Japanese music in that game.
Yeah.
Osu.
Which you play because it's like a good beat map or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily because you like the music, but because it's a good beat
I
map
do
to
miss
climb the
playing
ranks.
Us though. Like I would play it. I used to spam it, but I actually had like wrist problems. From,
Really?
Well, from spamming Z and X.
Oh, yes. How? What was your like top rank?
I was not very good. But like I can't remember my rank anymore. I didn't play it like that much. I just played for fun.
Yeah,
some of my friends would play it, but like I'd play like 5-star maps and get like
okay, that's respectable.
80-something%, which is alright.
That's respectable.
I had a friend who's probably into us, but I didn't really. It's because the time that he was into it, I was still a console pleb,
Right.
so I didn't know how a mouse and keyboard worked.
To be fair, you don't need a very strong PC for it.
I still don't know to an extent.
I spammed it like pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie, like really hard. I was like top 40k at one point or something. It was insane.
Why is the aim so bad then?
Was because I was so into it that I actually spent money on a decent graphics tablet to play the game with.
Oh right, I did try and use graphics tablet, but
it's game changing.
It's
so much better.
It was really weird to like get use like going from mouse and keyboard
to translate.
I couldn't really be bothered to keep going.
I do have a friend now who plays a lot of Taiko.
Taiko.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What is Taiko?
Taiko's like the drum one.
The drums.
Right. Okay.
Like you know how OS or whatever has like
it has a lot of different
modes.
Like, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, she plays a lot of the Taiko one.
Taiko is I don't know how people do that, but people are very good at it. I can see how people, if you've seen like some of the best Stepmania players, like oh my god.
What is Stepmania?
Stepmania, like Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh, DDR.
Yeah.
Right. DDR.
I want to be a pro
like,
DDR.
Stepmania is just like an open source, like just an open source client.
Right. I see.
Oh my god, some of the people that play that, like
you see their feet, but people play.
No. They the people who play DDR with like or Stepmania or whatever with their feet, like that's also something else. But there are people who play Stepmania with like 4 keys on their keyboard, and like some of the patterns that they're managing to read is like ridiculous. They're like, you know, like the notes are coming from the top and the bottom, like split down the middle. So the left 2 come from the top and the right 2 come from the bottom.
Oh shit!
And then like the notes are also like spinning and just like totally vibing out. It's so
What's
weird.
spinning?
Yeah.
How do you what?
Yeah.
How do you tell which key to press?
I don't know.
Are you sure
honestly.
they're playing like? Are you sure they're playing Stepmania or they're playing like Toho or something?
No. It's Stepmania. Let's let's see if I can find the video, like just to source you guys so you can click through it. It is. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Found it. Look at this.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
It's just like skip into the middle somewhere.
What is that?
It's
I like the screen's shaking as well.
yeah, the camera's shaking so bad as
blasted
well.
the keyboard so hard.
I'll put the link in the show notes if I remember. But
Yeah, what keyboard is that? Is that a Is that a Huntsman?
I have no idea, but it's something else.
It looks like a Corsair K70.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like
Which is
Corsair.
what I have. Haha. Yeah, it is.
Oh, nice.
I think it is. It's got the wrist rest.
I've got a Black Widow TE.
I've got a funky split hand keyboard because.
Oh yeah, you got the weird one. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
like the two-handed one.
Yeah, I have an ergodox CZ.
Ooh. Does it like provide any advantage in like FPSs?
The reason, have you watched like one of my gaming streams?
No.
Okay.
I've only watched the NB ones.
Yeah, fair enough. You'll see
No,
if you
the
like
ones.
go and look at one of the VODs for one of my gaming streams. I sit at like a 45-degree angle to my desk
Oh.
so that I can rest my elbow on the desk when I'm aiming. I just find it way more comfortable, so I do it like that. But the split hand means that I don't have to have my keyboard at like a funky angle on top of my monitor stand or something to like have it rest on the desk.
Okay.
So like I can have the left hand of it like on the desk properly, but like to the left of the monitor stand, and I just have the other one like right in front of me. I don't know, but it's what I do. So what other peripherals? Oh, sorry, go.
Oh yeah, no, I was about to say that.
Oh, okay. What other peripherals are people using then?
Sam?
Yeah, what peripherals?
Mouse.
Oh, I've got a. You don't need to bully me. So yeah, I've got a Razer Viper. I do plan on doing this weird thing where I'm planning on getting a Viper Mini, and then getting
choice.
So what I'm doing, I'm getting a Viper Mini, and then I'm going to change out the wire.
Right.
To so there's a website out there. I think it's called they don't do deliveries just yet because of coronavirus, but it's an American retailer called Photon Wire.
Right.
Where they have this like super tiny like it's as thick as a thread, and it's a mouse cable.
Really?
Yeah, and what it does is it makes it so that it makes your mouse feel like it's wireless.
Huh.
It removes the weight of the mouse cable, so that all you feel is the mouse.
Isn't it really prone to damage?
No, not actually. No,
Really?
so I've seen a guy test it for like several weeks, and it didn't bend or snap or anything.
I mean, several weeks isn't a very long time, like in terms of mouse lifespan. But I'd be interested to see how that works. You'll have to get back to us on that one.
I assume he stress tested it, like he fucking pulled it as much as he could, right? Well, I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean the reason I'm getting a Viper is because I don't like the honeycomb design on light mouses. I can only use light mouses now. After I've used the Viper, I can't go back to normal mice.
Fair.
Yeah, and I'm on a glorious Model O minus now, and it feels way nicer to have a light mouse. I'm not gonna lie. Like I had a G403 wireless, and thing like weighs basically twice as much. As
my previous one was a Rival 600 from Steel Series.
Yeah, it weighs like twice as much as my O minus, and it's way more fun to aim with my O minus.
Oh, almost 58 grams.
Yeah, it's really light.
I'm playing the Viper Mini, which is 61 grams.
Viper Mini is a really strong choice as well.
It's a little bit heavier, but you do get like the full composite shell, and you get RGB lighting.
So why don't you like the honeycomb?
I don't know. It just looks weird. I don't have like tryptophobia or anything, but
fair enough.
You don't?
I don't, but it's just like I don't
Oh.
like the look of it.
I hate the tryptophobia stuff, dude. Holy shit.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah,
I'm
then
not
you do have
saying that-
tryptophobia.
No, it just looks disgusting, but like it's not. I'm not like oh my god, take this away. I can't look at it. I'm
Right.
just like ew.
Fair.
Dan, what about you? What mouse are you using for your Epic League gaming?
Epic game.
I mean, this is the mouse I've used like for my whole like PC life. So
Really?
I got it in 2012.
Oh wow!
So Razer Death Adder.
Insane.
2012.
Death Adder is very reliable.
Yeah,
it
it's a
is
very
very
good
reliable.
mouse.
So I've had it for 8 years now. It's not died on me yet. The cable is fraying.
I'm guessing
but,
if it dies, you're gonna get like a V2 or something.
I have a Razer Death Adder as a backup because I bought it this year because it was on sale. It was like 20 quid.
Nice.
So
Oh,
I
that's a
figured I may
bargain.
as well.
That's like
I tried using it for like a couple of days and I couldn't, so I just went back to my old mouse. But I looked it up. It's about 100 grams, so it's like double the weight of your guys' mouse. And this feels light as well, so I don't understand like how you guys are using yours. Like,
what, the
holy
light
shit.
mice?
The light mice, because we play a lot of FPS. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, I use this for FPS as well, though.
It's yours is good ergonomics, as is good just for the weight of it. It's like it doesn't feel like anything. It's just like an extension of your arm.
Fair
That's
enough.
the whole point of it. What are we talking about now? Like headphones now?
Yeah, we can move on to headphones if you
want. I'm not using the mic on my headphones because they suck.
Right.
Grace us with your audiophile, your audiophile knowledge, Sam.
And then okay. So the headphones I've got are Arctis Pro wirelesses.
Ooh,
nice.
Which are very fancy. I am planning on changing them though, because I do want a wired one.
How long have you had those?
Year and a half.
Okay.
They haven't had any problem, no like battery degradation or anything.
Oh, that's nice. Usually that's like the concern, right?
And then I'm planning on getting HyperXs, but I just don't know which one.
Okay.
I'm tempted to go between either the Revolver series or splashing out on the Orbit series.
To be honest, I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I. Well, I have HyperXs, but like I don't know anything about them.
Cause like the Revolver, it just looks nice. But the Orbit has like the 100 mil drivers. And like the proper soundstage, so like it sounds really good. But my mic that I'm using now is Audio Technica 80-2020, which is an XLR mic, so super fancy. And the XLR interface I'm using is a Focusrite Scarlett V2.
I hope anyone listening knows what they're
hearing. About, yeah.
If you know what I'm talking about, shout out to you.
Hello.
Why are you blowing into your mic?
Mic issues. Sorry.
I tried to do that thing where like you do like the ear vape thing.
No, not Philips, not Philips. No. It's alright. I muted it for the podcast though. I'm sure that was kind of aids to listen to. So I just muted it on OBS. What are you using then, Dan?
I've got HyperX Cloud 2 Red.
Solid.
I'm using the mic on it, so what you're hearing is the mic on the headset. That was obvious.
Yeah. So FYI, the microphone on a HyperX, which costs like what, 70 quid?
Yeah. What?
Your headphones, how much do they cost? Like 70?
They're about 70 or 80.
Yeah. So like the headphones on a 70 quid pair of headphones, it sounds better than one of like a 250 one.
Yeah. The microphone on your headset is
it's
curious.
It's not ideal.
Yeah. Oh well though.
I won't put the audience through that.
The wirelessness is nice though, right?
Yeah.
Why are you going back to wired then? What made you change your mind?
Reliability, and you do get a few more like bells and whistles for wired stuff.
Yeah, I guess it's true. I mean, I don't have any bells and whistles on my headphones. I don't even have a microphone on my headphones.
Do you have like proper?
I have Audio Technica ATH M50Xs. That's the one.
Audio Technica do really nice headphones.
Yeah, the sound quality is really nice.
Are those open back?
No, they're closed.
Okay. So I know they do really good open back ones for gaming as well.
No, they're closed.
No, they've got open back ones. Pretty sure.
And oh no, I was talking about mine. They might have open back ones. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked.
Yeah,
But I got these because I already had a desktop mic, right? I already had a Blue Yeti, so I was like, okay, well, I don't need a headset with a mic, so I'll just get something with really good sound quality. Glad I did, to be fair, because it makes them a lot more multi-purpose as well. Because I can use them for my DJ stuff too, right? And as well, because they're fully over ear. That's kind of what you want when you're doing DJ bits. You want sound isolation more than anything else.
Josh, have you actually told the audience like about your DJing?
No, I haven't.
This
time
man
to
a
plug yourself.
DJ.
Time to plug myself, yeah.
Plug
twitch.tv/phosphorescent with 2 T's. Swing by at some time for some sweet drum and bass DJing action. No guarantees on when. There is no stream schedule. Sorry, don't give me your Twitch Prime, please.
Give him your Twitch
It'll
Prime.
make me anxious. I watched the streamer last night crumble under the pressure of being gifted like 50 subs in one stream. It was quite an experience. But yeah, if you like drum and bass, swing by, I guess, and you can listen to me spin some tunes. Otherwise, don't worry. Or if you like some happy hardcore, actually, I have some happy hardcore too.
Ooh, okay. Maybe I'll swing by for that whenever.
But I have way less happy hardcore than I have drum and bass. So
fair dues.
well, that's actually because it's actually hard to get your hands on, because you have to like dig around the Japanese section of Beatport, which is actually not Beatport. What's it called? Bugger. I said it earlier. Bandcamp, that one.
All right.
Where everything's actually written in Japanese, and for some reason Google Translate doesn't kick in.
Rip.
Yeah, it's a bit of a yikes.
If you really get stuck, Rachel did Japanese last year, and like
Okay,
she can speak it to a decent level.
that's good to know.
So,
Weeb.
I mean, the
Yeah,
reading
she's
it is more important, to be fair, but
she's
Reading
a
it-
full-on weeb.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, she's really good at reading. I'm pretty sure.
I can't read to save my life.
not even English.
I can understand. No, I can't read English. I can barely speak English. But yeah, I can understand like some like listening to Japanese audio sometimes.
I can't understand any other language at all.
What about you,
white
Sam?
man.
Like, what other languages do you know?
So obviously French, since that's my degree.
Right.
I would
did a
hope
bit
so,
of-
yeah.
I did Spanish for about 3 years. Did German for about 2. Did
Damn.
Arabic for 1.
Damn.
I know a bit of Japanese.
Are you a polyglot?
Oh god, no! I can't. I can just about speak English fluently, and even then, that's a big question mark next to that. I know a bit of Bengali, but not the most.
hmm
I think that's about it.
So is Bengali the language you speak at home?
No, I speak English.
Oh, are you like?
I am. What am I?
It's either second or third gen.
I think. So my grandparents came. Parents born here. I was born here, so second gen. I think.
Wow. Okay.
No, that makes you third gen,
Oh, third gen. Okay.
I think.
I
So-
looked it up.
I
It
don't
can
know.
either be second or third. It's up to like people's.
Great.
It's
Yeah.
so confusing. It's really
Well,
idiotic.
actually, according to me, I'm second gen. Thank you. But yeah,
right.
No formal
was-
definition. Shaking my head.
my because my parents were learning Bengali. They know Bengali obviously, but when it came to me being born, they only spoke English.
Oh, I
that's-
see.
Don't know a lot of it.
But can they fluently speak Bengali though?
My dad's better than my mom.
Right. Okay.
What about you, Dan?
Well, I can speak Cantonese, but like, because basically my parents moved here, so technically I should be able to speak Cantonese like fairly well, but
Nervous laughter.
I also went to Chinese school, so like I should be able to speak Mandarin, but yeah, I'm kind of a banana. If you don't know what that means, it means yellow on the outside, white on the inside. It's
I believe the term for me is coconut.
Yep.
Nice. Well, okay. Maybe we should draw close to the. I was going to say phenomenally racist part of the podcast, but I
Talk about own base,
suppose
you can't be
you're part of the
basically on
group, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Still though. Oh, okay. I thought I was about to knock my glass of water over. That was close. Saved it. My keyboard's not dead. Don't worry. It's all good.
Well, imagine if your keyboard died before the Valorant tournament.
Yeah, that would
Ooh,
be.
Lamau.
I do have a backup keyboard, but right
I-
here's the. I wouldn't be able to play on it though. That's the thing. Like,
Is it membrane?
no, it's not membrane. It's still mechanical. It still has MX Blues, but the issue is that this keyboard is what's called ortholinear, so the keys are in a straight line up and down, which is, I think,
Ooh.
way more ergonomic for gaming, right? Because it puts W and S directly above each other, like directly above and below each other.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
But that means that also all the other keys are in slightly different positions. So if I like tried to reload or something, I would just fat thumb the Y key and like, or the T key rather,
Okay, yeah.
and just
I
open
was gonna
text
say,
chat
the
instead.
Y key is skipping
Yeah.
over the
Yeah, I meant the T key. Sorry.
query.
As well, because I have this layout, it means that I can have weird keyboard configs. So when I play,
ESDF.
yeah, when I play Siege, I'm on ESDF
Ooh,
because it's
Yeah.
it's exactly the same shape
right.
as when I'm on WASD. I just like, I get more buttons to use that aren't like Windows keys, right?
Yeah, fair.
So I don't know. I only do it in Siege, but that's because there are buttons you need access to a lot that like are kind of annoying to get to otherwise.
Right.
But
Oh.
it works for me. My setup is so weird, honestly. Like, it's not transferable at all.
Yeah, sounds like a funky setup to me.
Yeah,
At least your setup isn't on a dresser.
that's
Oh.
true. Yeah, actually, Sam's
boy.
is very not transferable cheese.
Oh boy.
No, I can't even like lean into my
Should we
my thing.
should we
like-
read your bit from the introductions about your setup?
Oh, Is it in
Where
my
is it? Where is it? You put it in your introductions.
please
I'll
don't
be
tell me.
honest. I need to see all the introductions on the Discords.
Yeah,
Like, I'm the person.
Oh,
that
yeah,
hasn't
yes.
done it yet.
I haven't even
Uh,
done one in my own
having
Discord.
Having an actual space to play games, not this dumbass dresser that I have to play on with no mouse space, which forced me to aggressively man spread in order to get anywhere near my monitor.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good day at the zoo.
Aggressive man spreading.
Yeah,
It is very aggressive.
I
get a stretch. I get a proper stretch out of it.
yeah. You were talking about intros, Dan. I've only done the Warwick Rocket League one.
Same.
And-
Only because they just pest you.
Yeah. I still get atted on occasion by Stuart, I think.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes someone will just say something and then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, at Josh." I'm like, "Cheers, guys. This is completely unrelated to anything that I needed to be added for, but thanks
But
anyway."
if you are interested in a good read, do check my introduction. It's the latest one. You don't have to worry about it. It'll take a while, but
You put so much effort into that.
I put effort to it.
Actually, for anyone who doesn't know, there are introductions channels in all of our Discords. They may or may not be filled out, but I will make sure personally by this time next year, not this time, by September next year, it'll be fully filled out by like every exec at least. But
Daniel's getting the
you know-
belt out.
Daniel's getting the belt out. Oh, jeez.
like if you join the Discord and you're new, you can just read through the introductions and get like a kind of flavor of like who everyone is, right? So it's not completely intimidating.
Yeah,
You know?
I confess I haven't done one for my own Discord.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't done that many either as the
Yeah.
president, so I'm also very guilty.
How come I put more effort in? I'm not even a goddamn exec.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's my bad. My bad.
Talking about
I need
execs.
to whip my my team into shape.
Talking about execs. Dan, how was your job as an exec?
As president or league
As
rep?
president?
I mean, I
So
haven't
far,
done
it's only
that-
been a month, right? So,
Yeah. a month or two. No, not even a month actually. I don't know. Like coronavirus has thrown a lot of stuff off. So usually we'd be organizing eFirst.
Can't do that.
About
Can't do that.
now. I'm sure a lot of people don't know what eFirst is. Sam, you should have gone to it last year because
I should have.
I think you said you did, right?
I didn't go actually.
Oh, you didn't. Okay, well, no.
No,
But
I think it was during E3 actually. It was
Maybe.
either during
Priorities.
E3 or I had to go home.
But it was an event that's on for like 6 days, I think, 5 or 6 days. It's basically like a PC cafe on campus, a really cheap one. With like top of the line PCs. We ran tournaments there. Did like charity live streams. And you just paid like, I think it was either like £2 per day to come at like for each individual if you didn't want to come to every day or couldn't come to every day, or if you got like a full like event pass, it was only like a tenner, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's
We
pretty
had like
good.
shit tons of monster there as well. I think
Shit
like
tons of free
200
monster probably, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 240 cans, I think.
Wait, are these
Jesus.
like are these original or these white
Original.
monster?
No, not original. Like it was all the fucking flavor, like most flavors. Like
Yeah,
Okay.
like
'Cause I only drink
white ones, original. I can't. I'm not a monster person, so I don't know.
I can't have. I used to have the yellow one for a bit.
Dr. Rossi or some shit. Is that what it was called?
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about, but I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
the juiced one.
Right.
But I'm now like a devout like white monster guy because
I
I
really
don't
like
like
the
sugar.
pink one. The pink one was really nice.
Pink
But
one's not
I
too bad.
don't remember the name.
I've not had
Oh,
any.
wait, I did have the Lewis Hamilton one a few times.
The Lewis Hamilton one. There was a
what?
Lewis
Yeah.
Hamilton one.
What?
Yeah,
Damn.
it was like a
What?
it was a red can with like black outlines and everything,
Huh.
and it was like F1. And I'm pretty
Fun
sure it was
fact
signed by
about Lewis Hamilton. I went to the same sixth form that he did.
Huh.
Ooh.
In Stevenage, which is where I live now, which is low-key a shithole. Which is why I called it a slum like a couple years ago.
Fair enough.
Did you hear? Like he legit called Stevenage a slum.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, no, it was yikes. But
I'm pretty sure I live in the slum as well because Birmingham is basically just a giant slum.
Bruh. But Josh, if we do eFest next year, and if you will have to do like a skeleton shift, which is where like you have to stay up from like midnight to like 9.
Yeah, that's
You will need monster.
nah.
Wait, Josh, where are you at again?
Where am I at? What do you mean?
Yeah, like right now.
I'm in my
Where do you
house
live?
right now.
Yes. Where is your house?
East Sussex.
Okay.
Oh yeah, my claim to fame is that I'm from the same town as Rag and Bone Man, but he actually says he's from Brighton because the town I live in is fucking boring. There's literally nothing in this town, which I suppose is what you get for living in rural East Sussex, but I didn't really have much choice.
What's my claim to fame? I went to the same secondary school as bloody Tolkien.
Oh,
The same secondary school as Tolkien?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
that is
Yeah.
pretty sick. God damn.
How long ago was that?
A century ago.
Yeah. I'll be honest
He
though.
was involved in World War One, I believe. He went. Do you know how like my school is one of those pretentious secondary schools that have a cadets section in it,
Right. Okay.
and because we've had the cadets for a long ass time. A lot of the people from there were like conscripted into the First and Second World War, and Tolkien was one of them.
Right. That's
So
pretty
he
cool
thought
though.
that he because he wrote most of his book like his stories while he was in the trenches.
Right.
I didn't
So
know that.
it was because of my school. That's why he was sent over there.
Yikes, but
And he-
also not yikes.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I haven't read many of the. I don't think I've read any of the Lord of the Rings books. I've read The Hobbits.
I've read The Hobbit, and that was it. I never watched it.
You guys read?
I mean, I used to.
I
Back
used
when I
to
was.
as well.
I haven't read a book in ages.
Yeah,
shout out
same,
to my
to be honest.
shout out to my school's bookworms club.
Ooh.
Back when I was 12.
I mean,
When was the last book you fully read?
me?
Like any of you?
Just any of us?
Either of you? Yeah.
I actually,
comics count?
I actually read in preparation to be an actual social person at university. I read some self-help books over summer. I say some is a term that technically encapsulates the number one, so we'll say some just to give me some benefit of the doubt. I don't know how well it worked. It might have had absolutely no impact whatsoever because I don't really have a control to work off of. So maybe it did work. I don't know. What about you, Sam?
I mean, does manga count? No, I'm joking.
Maybe.
Because of part of my degree, I have to read for like French
Oh,
literature.
shit.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Let's change the
I got
question
that.
then. When was the last book that you were like,
Like
yeah,
fiction-
let's read a
fiction
book?
book.
No,
Fiction
no,
book.
not necessarily a fiction book. Just
Oh,
a book where
God.
you were like, yeah, let's read a book, right? Like
Yeah.
something you wanted to read, as opposed to were told to read by the department.
God, you might have to come back to me on that. That's been such a long time. I think it was either Lord of the Flies
Ooh.
or it was L'étranger.
Was
Which
that
is,
written in French?
it's a French novel. It's what was it? It's like the 8th most influential book in the world.
Literally never heard of it, but that might have something to do with my lack of French speaking.
I know, I have heard of it before.
Like Camus.
Isn't it something about like some philosophy stuff?
It's a philosophy kind of thing.
Right.
Okay.
It's basically about a guy killing a man and then thinking about why it's so significant.
Oh.
Oh
that's
wait,
a little
hold up. It was
Oh.
number 1
Oh.
in Le Mans 100 book of the century. It was number 1.
Oh shit. Well, maybe I should give it a read.
You might have to learn French first.
Yeah, you might have to do.
Isn't it? Shouldn't it have been translated?
They'll be translated.
Yeah.
Obviously. It's such a big book.
I guess so, but usually it's a philosophy thing, right? Usually those things lose a lot of meaning when you translate them. But
I don't know, man. I mean, on this 100 list, there's no like Hunger Games or Twilight, so I don't know if it's that.
Don't know if it's that good a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, yikes. You're really missing out on the greats there.
I can't see any Chinese comics on there.
Is there no like Horrid Henry or anything?
Oh, I wish.
man.
That would really make the
Beano.
top 100. Yeah, the like Beano annual. Beano annual 2002. All right, I think that's probably a good place to call it for this episode. on that note, thank you very much for joining us, Dan.
Thank
It
you
was a good
for having me.
chat.
It was fun. Yeah.
I hope the audience
back
enjoyed as well.
Soon.
Yeah, maybe it depends.
Good to have you again.
Once
Yeah,
we get
see.
through the rest of the exec.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thank you for hanging around. It was a good chat. Hopefully everyone else enjoyed. And
Random stuff, yeah.
sorry,
Just us talking about random stuff.
I was talking about random stuff, yeah, but hopefully it was entertaining, right?
Mhm.
That's what we hope for at least. If not, then
This isn't an informative podcast. You are aware already.
yeah, there was not much information here other than kind of verbal shit posting, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
You got to know us a bit better, so you know.
That's the point, I guess.
There's that. Yeah.
Verbal shit posting is always fun anyway. So anyway, yeah. I guess we'll move on to section 3 now.
Yep.
Where Sam and I literally just ramble about whatever the fuck we want for however long we want.
so more of like
more of this, but
this.
without Dan. Yeah.
If you didn't like this, boy, are you not gonna hate like the next section. All right, that was great to talk to our guest Dan there, but now let's move on to some final section of the podcast where Josh and I just talk about random things that's going on in esports. And today I want to talk about a little game that's come
Just
out
a
recently.
tiny little one.
A little game that's kind of taken the internet by storm. By a little known developer called Riot Games. It's of course Valorant.
Yeah. I mean, what do you want to say about it? There's so much to say.
There's so much to say. It's kind of taken over the FPS community here at Warwick.
Just a little bit, yeah.
A little bit. There's
Some of us may or may not have forfeited Siege for Valorant,
oh god.
but that's by the by.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. But yeah, it's such a. It almost came by surprise, but was also completely expected at the same time.
What do you mean?
Because I mean, when you were promoting it as part of your your speech to become FPS coordinator,
Yeah.
you were talking up saying this could be the future esports, but we didn't know anything at the time.
I wasn't expecting Valorant beta. That was
You
it.
did not expect the game to be as good as it did.
Yeah. So for those of you that didn't make it to elections and that didn't watch the elections,
Or if you're fresher, obviously. So
or if you're fresher, yeah, that's true. Most of my election campaign hinged on making Siege big inside the university, because we only had like one Siege team, which is pretty dire, to be honest.
Oh, that was
And,
great
like,
when we
yeah,
we
we
went to that one event and
Yeah.
we were told, "Wait, you guys exist?"
yeah, no one knew we existed, and it was
Great.
it was actually a stretch to get 5 people together every week to play games of Siege. So after doing that, I wanted to like push it, make it bigger at the uni. And I was working on that, and then Valorant beta dropped, and I've played like 3 games of Siege in a month. Like down from
We had to
like at least 100 a month.
Valorant.
Yeah,
Like, bro, you have to play the game. We haven't played in ages. You need to. But yeah, there's just so much things we could talk about. So, first, I kind of want to talk about the implications that Valorant has on the esports scene in general.
Whew, big question.
So it's a big question, but I'll start off. So when Valorant dropped, everyone was like, "This is a CS:GO clone with like Overwatch mechanics." You know, you pick a certain character, they've got their certain abilities. That with the movement and the gunplay of CS:GO, right? While it does kind of have that, it's sort of breaking away from like the CS:GO mold and the Overwatch mold, because it's kind of a bit. It's like putting it like that is a good analogy, but it doesn't paint the whole picture.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly inspired by both like CS and Overwatch. I would say it's inspired by CS a lot more than Overwatch, to be honest.
Yeah.
It plays a lot more like CS than it does Overwatch, and that's why I'm enjoying it so much. Because I spent 5 or 6 years playing Counter-Strike before I started playing Siege. And I did actually love every second of it, but I just kind of stopped playing because all the people I was playing with stopped playing, and I didn't find anyone else. But now that I have a bunch of people that play Valorant, I'm like spamming it so hard. It's the only thing I'm playing.
You get so many people annoyed with all the pings that they're getting.
Yeah, that's true. I've had to make a new role for that one, Valorant LFG instead of just Valorant, because people get at it so much for Valorant 10-mans.
So yeah. Also, if you look at it from like a sponsor point of view, right? We did touch on this earlier with our interview with Dan, but with compare CS:GO to Valorant in terms of like sponsor friendliness. I know that CS:GO now
easy.
It's CS:GO now is bigger than it's ever been.
Yeah, that is true.
In CS history, we finally got $1 million prize pools,
multi-million-dollar prize pools.
Yeah, we're getting to multi-million-dollar. It's not as high as like Dota is, which is in like the tens of millions, but we are
pretty
getting
big though.
The millions. It's still significant. We're getting like hundreds of thousands of viewers on Twitch. But you can't deny the fact that it's not the most sponsor-friendly game. It's about terrorists and counter-terrorists planting bombs on sites.
Yeah.
That kind of wording, those kind of situations aren't going to sit well for someone who's going to... If a company looks at this game, are they really going to, put money towards it so that there's branding next to people being killed with AK-47s?
Clearly people do. But the companies that do are gaming companies, so the people that like they know what's happening, right? They know that CS is a big part of gaming culture. But like you're not going to see some random like building firms or something.
No.
Like you're not going to see like non-gaming companies trying to support it as much.
Think about gaming companies that this is a game. Of course, gaming companies.
Yeah, exactly.
Invest in it. But with Valorant, where it's a kind of cartoonish art style. There aren't any like trigger words that can offend anyone. It's not a bomb. It's a spike. They're not terrorists or counter-terrorists. They're agents.
Yeah.
And Riot Games have made it completely clear that if you're planning to, host a tournament of it, you have to turn the blood off. That's a rule. If
Oh,
you're
really?
doing a tournament, yeah, it's actual rule. If you're hosting a Valorant tournament and you're streaming it, you have to turn the blood off.
Did not know that.
So yeah, not just gaming sponsors, but I think like sponsors from different countries, companies
Yeah.
outside of the gaming circles might be interested in cashing in on this because they see like all this viewer revenue, putting their ads on there will be great for their business. I think
Yeah.
in terms of like the scene might be easier for them for the Valorant scene to grow for two reasons. First, it appeals to the CS:GO community. You've seen there's a few CS:GO pros that have migrated from CS
Yeah, Brax.
to Valorant. Brax,
I mean,
I
he
forgot.
didn't really get much of a chance to be a pro, but Brax still.
Even though there's bound to be people who are playing CS:GO who can swear by it and not jump ship, but you do have that kind of ability to transfer skills over to that game. And then there's the ease of viewership and sponsorship. People are more likely to play and watch a game that's a bit more kid friendly. That's partly the reason why Fortnite was so popular in comparison to PUBG.
That's true.
Despite also being free to play, it had a lot more kid centric style to it that appealed to the Minecraft demographic.
That's very true. I mean, and another thing that's to be said, which helps the games to spread more globally, I guess, is it's all of those bits you've been talking about, like the no blood, you can turn off the bodies and stuff. That lets Riot Games ship Valorant in China, which is something that Valve couldn't do for CS.
Nope. No, it was until like 2 years ago, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't until like 2 years ago that China started playing CS.
But by that time, everyone
that's why there's no Chinese people playing CS. Or there's no Chinese teams, rather, not Chinese people. That's why there's no Chinese teams playing CS, because the game's literally banned in China. Well, the game was literally banned in China. They've only just been allowed to start playing, but Valorant's going to be allowed right from the start. So Riot can do their stuff everywhere, basically. They can have Valorant majors in China if they want.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that in like an esports term, with all the things I've just said, all like in general, I think there's gonna be a lot of people thinking, the game's good, right? But I don't think it's gonna be the big game that everyone else is making out to be. Well, actually, it might be with all the ways that Riot have taken the things they've learned from League, applying that to Valorant. There's such a big chance for this to be the next big esport.
I mean,
I think this is me personally speaking. This isn't reflective of anyone's opinion. I think this will be one of the first games to break into mainstream media. This will be the first game that, besides Fortnite, that's already done it. But like, this will be the game.
I'm not sure Fortnite really counts though.
Yeah, exactly. It's really hard to make a proper esports about Fortnite, but like, for mainstream media, for all the boomers out there who think that playing video games is a waste of time, this will be the game that proves to them that competitive video games are a thing, and are a big thing.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice to see it become mainstream, to actually get some. It would allow us as a SOC as well to get some more recognition. I mean, that's something we've only had in the past year or so with the people who are currently on the SAB team for the SU. They've tried to recognize us as actual sports, and they've kind of pushed to let us have things like varsity. And I think games like Valorant are really going to help with that. Just because it's easy to get past universities or schools or whatever, right? It's easy for someone to go, oh yeah, this is kind of harmless. I guess you're shooting people, but for all intents and purposes, they literally could be airsoft rifles, right?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, there was also like a big thing in Fortnite where it was like, you know, they had these cartoonish things, but they were basing their weapons off real life guns. There was like, you know, the AK-47, the FAMAS, the SCAR, the basic handguns, basic shotguns. But the thing with Valorant, they made their weapons up. They've given them names. That can help to an extent.
yeah, I mean, the people who've transferred from CS kind of
They've been
know what
just
they
giving the
are.
names
Like,
to things.
I
There are people already calling the Vandal the AK.
always
Already
call,
calling
I pretty much always call the Vandal an AK. I don't call the Phantom an M4, but
not an M4A1S
it's pretty much an M4A1S.
or calling like the Ghost the USP.
Yeah. I don't know. I've gotten the one I still fall on is the bomb. I still call it the bomb.
It's the
It's a spike, but I still call it a bomb. It's too hard not to. Like,
Yeah.
functionally, it's exactly the same. So, like, at least
we were talking
sorry,
about
go.
like competing. There is and also like playing it with the university. There's the UK University Valorant.
Oh yeah, shout outs to those guys.
Shout out to these guys. These guys are really awesome. So if you aren't aware about it, so a bunch of guys from Swansea University decided, this game is, picking up speed and traction. I mean, the game had like what was it at peak? 1.7 million concurrent
Really?
viewers.
That many already?
It was, yeah, definitely hit like 1.6. I wasn't sure if it hit 1.7. But I can definitely say it hit 1.6 at one point. Well, I'm guaranteeing you like 1.5 million of those were just waiting for a key.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
it's
still,
slowing
that's
down
big.
to like I think it's like 600-ish now, 600k.
Still, it's a lot though, isn't it?
Yeah, still a bunch of people waiting for keys, but yeah, some guys down at Swansea Uni decided to make this Discord server, and what they would do is they would promote it to other people and say, hey, we're hosting games here. We're gonna have everything is gonna be in-house. It's gonna be university students will be playing in the game, producing the game, casting the game, everything like that. And I've spoken to the head admin there, and he literally told me he did not expect the amount of traffic they're getting, because they've got 900,000 members now.
No, 900 members.
Not 900,000, 900 members.
No, they have more than that. They have 1,100 at least. 1,200 looks like.
Now,
yeah, 516 online, 683 offline.
Oh yeah, so they've got over 1,000 now.
That's 1,200.
Yeah, see, so 1,200. I don't know where I got 900,000.
It's from the Valorant Twitch streams. It's that one. Viewer count.
Yeah. We got 1.2k now, and he did not expect it to reach like this level of
popularity. Yeah.
Popularity.
I mean,
with that, they've managed to make it so that we've got like professional level streams. Good tier casters. We did have the NSE best university caster on there, but he did leave for personal reasons, I think.
Okay.
Which was a bit.
I mean, here's the thing, right? He didn't expect this much attention.
No.
But the reason he's got it is for the same reason that Valorant has so much attention, because Valorant has so much attention because it's a good game. UK Uni Valorant has so much attention because it's a good thing, right? Like, they have nightly 10-mans, and if they haven't got 10-mans going, then they've got show matches between unis going.
They've always got something going on.
Like every night, 8 p.m. Twitch.tv/UK Valorant.
If you've got a Valorant key, it doesn't even matter if you're like it actually doesn't even matter if you are a uni student or not, really. They do host some games without uni students. Of course, like show matches and the tournaments they hold, you do need to be a uni student for that. But if you just want to play a game that could be casted online with a bunch of people that you never met before, get to know people, go onto the UK University Valorant Discord server and give it a try.
I think we get show notes, right? That's the thing. So perhaps I'll drop an instant invite link in there. Definitely though, if you're into Valorant, worth swinging by. It's actually a lot of fun. I've done it I've been in like a 10-man most nights since I've learnt about it, really.
Yeah,
it's really good.
If you're interested in casting, I think they still take applications for casters.
Yeah, I think so. You've been casting, haven't you?
I've been casting whenever I can.
Not so much recently, Ramadan and stuff.
Ramadan has been, it's been a bit of an L, but like, it was a brilliant experience for me, and I'm absolutely going to carry on doing it. So if you're at the uni and you want to give casting a try, trust me, like, I'm not the best public speaker. I will admit that. I'll put my hands up. Even though I'm doing a language degree, I'm not the best speaking in public. But I had a blast casting games. So if you've even had the tiniest bit of interest in it, you don't even need to have any experience. We have two people from Warwick. We have myself and Joe, Muffin, who we've mentioned before.
Yeah.
Both of us have been casting. We had zero prior experience to it. Joe's still doing it.
Joe's loving it.
Joe's loving it, man. He's done like three already.
He's doing it as much as he can.
He did say he did say he wants to be with me. Bless him.
Yeah.
But
there's only so much you can do about that at the moment, though, really, isn't there? Yeah.
But yeah, if you're interested in playing the game or casting in general, you don't even need to be casting. You don't want to. Even if you don't want to cast Valorant in general, having people, because there's people out in the casting booth there who don't just cast Valorant. There's people who cast
CS,
like CS, Overwatch, Rocket League.
Quakes.
People, like, isn't there that one guy who does arena shooters as well?
Yeah, Rook. Yeah, he casts arena shooters.
So yeah, even if you want to get a start in casting in general, definitely hit up the UK University of Valorant Discord and DM. I believe it's Fab.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, you'd have to double check with them if you are interested. If they're still accepting applications.
Yeah, just make sure to ask if they're still accepting casters. They have quite a lot now, but I'm sure they'll be wanting more, so we can do more.
So they can stream more of the games for the tournament. Yeah. Okay, so after that thought, unfortunately, Sam's internet has gone. So I will have to end the podcast here and finish it off myself. But thank you all very much for listening to the first episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you have any questions, you can @ me on Discord. I'm always hanging around in FPS, but I'm also in literally all of the other Warwick Esports Discords, so don't worry if you're not in FPS. The username is Phosphorescent. How else can you contact me? I don't know. Probably just Discord is best, so just @ me on Discord if you want to talk, if you want to suggest something, or you can @ Sam as well. He's AVGAN on Discord. Again, mostly present in the FPS community. I'm not sure which Discords he's in as well. But yeah, if you've got any questions or anything you want us to talk about, anything you want us to add or change, feel free to tell us, and we'll be happy to see what we can do. Thank you all for listening. I'll catch you all next time.